Hey guys, just when we thought we was getting ahead on this farmhouse, we moved on to the next bedroom. What we found in there, we had a little soft spot in the middle of the floor. But when we got in there and started researching, we knew we was going to have to come out. So we started tearing the carpet out. And when we got that carpet out, we found this old 50-year-old tile down there that we had to remove and get demoed. And after that, we found more rotten joists. In our last videos, we tore out that center beam, replaced it, put all new joists in the living room, moved on to the first bedroom there beside the living room. Had the same issue there. We tore those joists out and replaced those. But you know how it is with these old farmhouses, or any house in that fact. You start opening these things up, and it opens a can of worms. You start moving from one room to the next. But we have to get these floors. We got to get this foundation right. We started in the next bedroom. We had a weak spot right in the center of the floor. The outside edges were good, but the center, right in the very center, you could tell it was just a little, like a third of the room right in the center that was weak. So we started pulling this carpet up. Under that carpet, we had this tile to deal with. And we started getting it all tore up and scraped up.
Tommy, find me a hammer. Find me a hammer.
This carpet has definitely seen its better days. We didn't want to keep it, so we cut it in a few small sections and rolled it up. After we got it rolled up, we figured out that it'd be better if we go out the window with it. So we rolled it up pretty tight where it'd fit out that window, and we just pushed it right out that window so our helper outside could pick it up and get it disposed of. After we got that, we started cleaning it up and starting getting this tile up. Like I said, underneath this carpet, we found this old 1x1 square tile.
You see that thing?
No, this is my job. You can get the
Lay your hoe down flatter to the floor. stuff did not want to come up. Paisley was there. She had that hose. She was scraping on it, and it just didn't want to come up. Finally, we got it all up. Once we got this tile up, we started handing it out the window there to the wheelbarrow, and they started rolling it off, disposing of it. And once we get it out of the way, we could see right there in that floor where somebody had previously been in there and put a Band-Aid on this thing. So they had took their circular saw there and cut them a square. So I removed that square that they took up.
Excuse me.
It's got to be.
That spot lined up directly over some rotten joists. It wasn't as bad as some of the earlier rooms, the living room and the first bedroom, but it was still bad. They looked like they had replaced a couple of joists, but didn't use treated lumber, and it had just deteriorated. We was able to sister to them, and a lot of you may not know what we're talking about when we say sister and joist. You take a new joist full length and tag it on the side of a joist that's may have some damage or have a bad spot in it, but still have some structure in it. We tag right on the side of it and leave it for the little bit of strength it's got. Plus we put that new one right beside it. It gives it that extra protection. And for the joists that was too far gone, we just cut those out and disposed of them just like we did earlier in the other videos on the other rooms. Once we got them disposed of, we brought in our new treated joist and put it in the place of where we removed those. Once we got those in, you know, we could tell that floor is going to be sound. It's not going to have no flex and no bounce to it. But we're holding up before we put that plywood down for our subfloor. We're going to wait because, you know, we still got other areas to work on. And also, I'm determining that, looks like when I tore this spot out, it looks like it's a front area up there that water, the older lady that had the house, she had some flower beds around the house. And I'm thinking this material is built up, and when it rains, this water is coming under the corner of the house and flowing underneath the house. We're going to have to get a mini X out there and pull that material back and get that thing where to flow. You want that water where to flow away from your house. You don't never want that water flowing towards your house into your foundation, because you'll end up with problems just like we have right here. Next, we moved over to the bathroom right next to this bedroom. And if you ever been in any of these older houses before these big open floor plans came out, these bathrooms are tight. And this one was tight. It had a pedestal sink, a commode, it had a tub and a shower. And part of the bathroom was being taken up by the closet there in the bedroom. So we went in and we decided we'd just take that closet out. So we started demoing that closet. We'll take that closet out, and that allowed us room to put us our newer modern 30 to 36 inch vanity there with a new sink. And that'll open that bathroom up and make it feel a lot better. So we got in here and we started demoing this closet out. We'll figure out what we're gonna do with a closet in that bedroom later on. We may come on the back side of the room there and just build us a closet there to be used for a bedroom, but I'm not really sure we're gonna need it. It may be used for a storage room, since we're gonna take this house and go from a 3-bedroom to a 4-bedroom. That room could maybe potentially be an office one day. I'm not sure. Maybe the homeowners, they'll they got plans what they want to do. If they want a closet, hey, we'll stud them up a closet, put it in, won't be no problem. They'll enjoy that larger bathroom way over this closet because they'll be in the master bedroom with a large walk-in closet and she'll be happy. We started removing drywall and the framing, getting it tore down to studs, and actually removing the studs on this particular area. So, you know, it was getting late, and I don't know. I realized that I think I got a broken joist under this bathroom also. By the end of the night, we had this closet tore out, everything partially cleaned up, and you could start to feel how much larger this bathroom is going to be. It made a world of difference. You could actually tell that once we get done with it, it's going to be a nice sized bathroom, and it's going to be usable and feasible, and we'll give it some modern touches, and it'll look good. We called it a night when we got to that point because I looked down there and somebody had run some electrical through the floor and I don't know, into the wall. Yeah, we're going to have to tend with that, but that'll be on one of our next videos. But it's really something cool. We're going to have to also move that plumbing from over there at that pedestal sink. We'll have to reroute that plumbing and drain over to where we're going to put our new vanity. In our next video, we're going to continue working on this bathroom. We're going to finish our demo and clean up there, and we'll continue there in that bathroom. This house is really taking a turn as far as the structure underneath it. So, hey, I'm feeling good about it. If you've been following us while we've been working on this farmhouse, I thank y'all. We appreciate it. We're going to continue to make these videos throughout this whole renovation. I know every room we've opened up, we've had a surprise, and I know we've been doing a lot of foundation work, but you know, we got to get this floor right before we can move forward. It's going to be a one step at a time process. Once we get this floor in, we can start worrying about our sheetrock, our shiplap, whatever we're going to do. You know, they're still making decisions on how we're going to come back in here and trim it and what walls we putting up. But hey, we're going to get there. Make sure y'all subscribe to our channel and follow us along. We're going to continue. And as always, God bless. See you on the next one.